Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM. And this is a big scale aircraft. It comes in 1/32 scale. You can notice that it copies DH.82A Tiger Moth. It's a British training aircraft in a big scale, which should be quite an interesting build. And we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. We are going to open it together and check what is actually included inside. So first of all, you can notice that box size is typical for this brand and for big aircrafts from this brand. And here you can see comparison with my hand. We have quite nice box art on the front. Next, on the side, we have some information about this kit. So there are 93 parts, which is quite surprising for this large model, but it is let's say feature of ICM kits that you get few parts, but still you get really nice details out of the box. And wingspan should be equal to 280 millimeters, so it's not that big model in reality, even though it is molded in 1/32 scale. And here on the side we have quite interesting feature of the new ICM kits. Now we get to see both markings which are included here into this box, which is really cool because it will give you some idea on what to expect inside. So, as usual, this box is sealed with a sticky tape on all four sides, so I'm going to cut it with a sharp knife and then we'll return back once we have this cover printed top lid cut off. So just give me a second. In the meantime, I would like to remind you that you can support us financially. We have a special donate button on our website, so if you would like to support our video reviews, you can press it, choose the amount you would like to send us via PayPal, and of course, all the money will be handy because we will be able to get new 14 video equipment or maybe some interesting kits which will be reviewed together with you. So, it's a typical design of the box. As you can see, color printed top lid, and then we have sturdy white cardboard box. Sorry, I just touched the microphone, so here it is. Anyway, so it's a white cardboard box and all frames are packed into the same plastic bag. Here you can see it. And as you remember, 93 parts do not require a lot of frames. We also have assembly manual on the bottom, so it will be interesting to see what is actually included here and how this kit differs from all the previous releases. So it's a resealable plastic bag. Just give me a second to open it. Okay. I will place it aside. And we are going to start with this gray plastic sprue. So here it is. Let's place it right in the middle and zoom in a bit so that you can see more. So here we have fuselage halves, and you can notice that they are molded without tail fin because it is molded as a separate part here. Next, we also have wing halves here, and also engine parts, cooling parts, and everything looks really nice, so we can zoom in and you will be able to check everything closer. So first of all, here are the engine parts, and here is what we have for the wing. So it's really nice ripped surface imitation, and it comes out of the box, so you won't have to do anything, maybe some pre-shading, and it will be nice. Again, another engine half. Then we have some cooling parts, so it is separated into separate panels, which is really cool because it will repeat the panel lines and basically let you get the smooth joint without any accidental problems, let's say. Next, here we have fuselage half, and you can notice that it also features quite convincing imitation of the surface and this special ribs right on the wings here. And another stuff is this fuselage half. As you can see, it comes on thin attachment points. We can also flip it over so that you can see that there is a cockpit feature is replicated. So it will require some washings to be applied because I think it will be visible through the open cockpit because it's open cockpit trainer. So don't be lazy, do this stuff and you'll be happy with the result because it will give you a bit more convincing model in 1/32 scale. And I think in big scale it's really important because it will be visible through the cockpit as I said before. So you should consider some cockpit weathering in your model as well. Okay, next we go on with the second gray plastic sprue. So here it is. This one comes with a mix of external and internal parts, so you can notice that we have landing gear wheels. We can zoom in a bit so that you can see everything in a better way. So as I said, landing gear wheels, they should be glued out of two halves. Here we have instrument panels, we also have some wing struts and landing gear parts, also one piece propeller here. And again, we can zoom in even further so that you can see all these elements closer. Here, for example, you can see some struts. Next, we continue with more parts for landing gear and also for wings. Here you can see landing gear struts as well, or legs. One piece propeller with one attachment point, some engine parts here and there. And next here you can see some of the engine bay elements. For example, this exhaust part as well. And landing gear wheels. So as far as I remember, landing gear wheels should have some guiding elements inside, so it will be easy to combine them. But let's not forget that this is a 1/32 scale kit, so it would be a good idea to get some resin replacement in order to get a bit more convincing appearance on your model. And one more, the last gray plastic sprue is dedicated to the lower wing halves. So as you can see, design is quite unusual because it comes as a two-piece assembly. And let's zoom in a bit. So now you can see it better. Ailerons should be molded separately, I suppose, because we don't have them on the lower half. We also have some guiding pins inside, so it will be easy to combine these parts together. And I also wanted to show you this cockpit floor here. So let's zoom in a bit more. Now you should be able to see that we have various installation slots and also really nice surface on these parts. I really like what we get here out of the box, so it might look even better with some careful painting done on this kit. Okay, and next we continue with clear plastic frame. Here it is. It is packed into a separate plastic bag, so you will be able to get it without any scratches, which is really nice of ICM. Just give me a second to open it. And here we have two canopy parts, actually windscreens. Here they are. They look really good. Molding quality is excellent, just like in other ICM kits, so there is no surprise in a good way. And the only thing required from you is to carefully paint all these parts. And frankly speaking, I'm not sure if the masks are included, so it will be interesting to see in the assembly manual, because recently they started to include the mask templates here. And we are going to do it right now. So as usual in assembly manual we have decals. Just give me a second to get them out of the box. Here are decals. I'm not sure where they are printed because there is no mention of manufacturing entity, but you can notice that printing quality is really nice. We also have some dials for instrument panel, which is really nice. And as I said, printing quality is really good. ICM decals are usually easy to work with, so I don't think you will get some unpleasant surprises here. And next we continue with assembly manual. So because this is a new toolkit, it will be interesting to see how it should be assembled. Let's zoom out a bit. Maybe close the lenses a bit so that it won't be that bright. And what do we get here? So first of all, it's a color printed brochure, and you can notice that we have short history note and some technical specifications, paint chart, and some safety advices. What is next is a parts map, obviously, and here you can see that I guess all parts will be used because none are marked as unused. And everything starts with drilling holes in fuselage halves. As you can see, you'll have to use a 0.3 millimeters drill bit. Next, we continue with instrument panels. And I'm reading here what is... Yeah, so it's written that you get the separate dials for the instrument panels and you'll have to apply them on your instrument panels. Next, we continue with some bulkheads which will be installed here and there. And again, we install some parts for the wiring as far as I can see, or maybe rigging. Next, we continue with tail wing and also apply some decals on the instrument panel. We install tail fin, which is molded together with rudder. Here we start working on the engine, and that's really cool that they decided to include such engine out of the box. It means all modelers who don't want to work with resin parts, they get more or less decent engine out of the box. If some of them will require a more detailed engine, they can resort to some aftermarket kit, but in my opinion that's more than enough in 1/32 scale. And obviously you can add some wiring with your own tools, it won't be a difficult task. Next we continue with separate doors which are can be opened, I suppose. And as I said before, all engine cooling panels are molded separately, so you can also think how to make them removable in your model in order to expose the engine, because I know some modelers will complain that such engine will be hidden inside. Next, here we have some cockpit parts getting installed on both seats. Here we have this special roof for the second marking option, and of course windscreens. And don't forget to drill holes in the wing. Next we continue with these special parts for the lower wing. As you can see, they should be installed on it, and then you get all this stuff together with a fuselage sub-assembly. Next you install some struts for wing parts. Again, you drill holes in the top wing, and then you join all this stuff together. It will be quite a thing to do, so do not underestimate it. And I would recommend to, let's say, go for it only if you are confident in your skills. Here we continue with some rigging on the wing. And note that here, only on the step number 38, we install the lower wing house, which is quite unusual in my opinion. Here we continue with front wing slats on the top wing and also ailerons on the next step. Here you can see landing gear, and as I said, I recommend to replace them with resin if you would find some suitable alternative. And what's next? So some small parts for the aileron actuators and also tail wing struts. Here we continue with propeller and some rigging on the aircraft on the fuselage. And it's step number 50, which is quite surprising. I was expecting a bit more assembly steps. And here we have, yes, we do have mask templates. So basically you get everything you need for a really nice build, because you won't have to get some aftermarket decals in case you would like to build out of the box model. Next we continue with the first marking option. It comes from 1938. And you can see it is in a light gray. And here we have the same aircraft as on the box art. This one is from summer 1944. It has yellow bottom surfaces, so it might be an interesting choice if you would like to get something interesting in a big scale. So as for today's kit, it should be already available. Once again, I remind you that this is a new tooled kit, and in my opinion it's a really good choice for these modelers who would like to replicate Tiger Moth in 1/32 scale. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about this release here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!